I first of all want to apologise if it sounds like I've actually got, work going on in the house. It's two-story and there's kids running around upstairs. So also what I mean when it's actually never really sometimes that appropriate to be making videos and you get to just make them in a non-perfect reason. Got two beautiful girls, Michelle and Urslan watching. Oh, actually, Urslan, sorry, I've just mistaken you for a different Urslan. Hey, babe, you've just jumped on too. Actually, what I wanted to talk about, I believe personally it's really important to be a person that keeps your word, right? And I've realized this about myself. I've realized that, you know how we all judge people? I've realized I also sometimes judge people on whether they keep their word or not. Because I really do try to be a person of my word. I feel let down if people don't keep their word. And sorry, the message just came through. So something that I just want to give you an example of, and it's something that I try to teach my girls or make them aware of because they're all grown up. So when I say teach my girls, I'm talking about the people that I coach for business, right? But I just thought this is just such an important message. It really is only my opinion, but I really like having friends and relationships with people that can actually keep their word, because it means that you can develop trust with them. Because message, if someone says that they're going to do something and then obviously they don't do it, not only does it feel like it lets you down because you're expecting something from them, but after a while, if they do that consistently, obviously you lose trust in that person, right? Now, I think that applies not only in personal relationships, but also with yourself. And with me being in the fitness industry for a couple of decades now, any of my friends that are in the fitness industry, and actually anyone, if you've ever made any, you're welcome, if you've ever made any promises to yourself about, I'm going to start this diet on Monday, or I'm going to do these exercises on Monday, or I'm going to do this on Monday. And I'm not perfect. I'm totally guilty of doing that as well. And I think most human beings are. If you've ever got any inclination to be trying to make yourself better, or you're going to quit smoking, New Year's is a perfect example for setting these kinds of promises to yourself that I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that in January. And then I guess everyone kind of towards the end of January feels that they've let themselves down because they haven't done X, Y, Z. Hi guys, if you're just jumping on, because they haven't done X, Y, Z, because they're not keeping their word to themselves. And I'm getting distracted by watching people jump on, so I'm just going to try and stick to the story and and answer the questions later if there's any. But the reason it's important, I guess, keeping your word across all facets of your life, to me, is because it builds trust. So an example of what I thought of just in the last 24 hours, I told a gorgeous client of mine, we were on a call, and I usually record the calls for all of them because often I'll be teaching them a script, or they just want to go back and write notes about whatever I said, and I can't type fast enough, as fast as I can talk, and I also can't write as well as I can speak. So anyway, I said, great, don't worry, Michelle, it's actually recorded. The script is there. Go back 5 minutes in the call from when it ends. I'll make sure I finish the recording now, and it will be uploaded for you tonight. Now, I left that call recording to be uploaded on my laptop, and then I went out and I checked on Facebook to see in my group if that call recording had gone up, because I'd told someone that it would be there. I don't know if she's relying on it being there on that night, but if I'd said it was going to be there and then she's planned what she's going to do with it because she's got to launch something, she needs the material, right? I can't go and make excuses that, oh, the Wi-Fi didn't work, oh, there wasn't enough download space, oh, sorry, I went out. Like, it's really hard for everybody to keep their word. It's often really hard for everyone to keep their word, even just to turn up to an appointment, isn't it? Often, sometimes everything gets in your way. Personally, I don't like using excuses as to why stuff didn't happen, and I don't like them being given to me. I really don't like them being given to me. So if you ever work with me, don't give them to me, because I just don't care about them. Everyone has them. They're like, that expression, excuses, actually no, the expression is opinions, but excuses are also like holes, if you know what I mean. Just did that in case there's any kids watching. I'm talking about Beanie Boos if there's kids watching. So this lovely lady, I had the recording, it didn't work. I went into my group last night just to check the recording had worked, and it didn't work. And I'm thinking, oh no, what am I going to do? I told her it would be there. I'm out. It's getting late. I don't have access to my laptop. What am I going to do? And then I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll voice record something on my phone, and then I'll put it into this cloud thing called Dropbox, and I'll share the file with her from there. So anyway, I happen to know about technology, so I was able to do that. Even if I hadn't known about technology, I would have just Googled it. You know what? There's always an excuse to not do things if it's not important to you. But it's always hard for everybody to keep their word. Just know that. And so anyway, I made this recording for her. It was a 2-minute recording, shared the file with her. She was grateful. She wrote it down last night, even though she had said to me via text messages, I don't need the file. I'd already done it anyway. And it made me feel better because, and now I'm at home, I can upload the entire 90-minute recording, but that girl needed that file. So it was really important for me to be able to do that. Whatever. What I've realized though is that if I say I'm going to do something, I like to be able to do it for fear of embarrassment. So I will often have other people helping me work on different projects, because if I'm holding myself accountable to someone else, whether it's a coach or a partner or a business partner or a friend or something, if I say that I'm going to do it, I'll do it because I know that I'm accountable to them, because I'm embarrassed if I don't do it. Now, I'm not saying that that makes me perfect, and no, I can't do it all the time. And if you're watching this and I owe you something because I've said that I'll do something, look, often I forget, so please hold me accountable. Not really making this video for any other reason other than to have a verbal kind of journal session, I guess. I did make a relevant file to do with this that's going to turn into a blog post and all that stuff for clients, etc. But just to understand, I think it's got nothing to do with even business. It's who you are as a person. If you become reliable, it also means that you're incredibly trustworthy as a person. And I don't know, that just makes me feel better as a person. So I don't know, there's my 2 cents worth. And if you guys have got any questions or comments about that, like, what do you find actually helps you stay accountable? What do you personally find helps you stay accountable to your word? And how do you do that? I'm really interested if there's any other techniques out there apart from me just, you know, being scared of embarrassment or whatever it is. Hi guys, if you've just jumped on, I'm just finished. So I'm going to press end. Go and have an awesome weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.